All right, Shalom, Shalom. I'm going to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bashem, Kakadash. We give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders, the great millstone, and to you hopeful elect on the four corners of the planet Earth that's pushing, that's fighting, and maintaining for salvation's sake. We're in a time of great things taking place. 2020, the year of prophecy, has shown itself to be exactly that, man, and more prophecies happening. Though we got a little time left, hey, there's more beautiful things taking place. This year has been a very, like I said, very strong year spiritually. You know, for brothers out there, you know, and it's one thing to wait for something, but it's another when you start seeing the promises, um, the portion of that promises coming to pass. Man, it's very humbling, a very beautiful time, especially you see these groups that are losing it, man. You know, and it's very spiritual because the Passover was a very heavy time this year, you know, and for the Lord to allow, you know, men to do the Passover this year is a very heavy time, man. So we're gonna jump into this lesson. I'm gonna touch base on this lockdown in London right now. You have a mass exodus of people that are leaving London, all right, because of the tier 4 lockdown. Okay, so you got people that are getting ready to pretty much dip out, man. They are dipping out. I actually hold on. I got a video, but this is a sign. This coming to Babylon. All right, these things are coming to Babylon because the Lord is setting this place up for that destruction. But these elites are also they're shutting things down, man. They're putting things on a tighter grip. Just like after 9/11, what took place, you've seen tighter restrictions. You've seen a lot more police presence, a lot more militarized police. So a lot of things took place after that. Okay, and same thing after this. You have a lot of lockdown measures and things that's getting ready to just take away more rights because that's what they want. They want people to be in that mode of they need everything from the government. That's why even the apostles bring out the word government means what? To control the mind, to govern the mind, govern, and then you have ment, which is mental, your mind. Okay, so let's go and let me type this in. Let's let's see. Here we go. There you go. It's packed, man. Look, packed. People are dipping, man. And they're supposed to all be at home. They told people to cancel it. They said if you have your bag packed, unpack it. Hey, people aren't listening, man. What's it say? Saying Second Ezra? They ain't gonna respect these kings, man. The words that they saying, they're not gonna move with because they want to do their own thing. All right, but the elites, they're gonna force people to be locked down, but they're allowing them to move now. But it's gonna be tight. And it's called they're grooming the people. See, look, everybody dip. See, so this is what these are the times that we living in, man. And if you need they're in a what you call a tier 4, okay? So let's look up what the definition of that tier 4. COVID tier 4. It says what are the new rules for London and Southeast England? Okay. It says Boris Johnson has announced new tier 4 restrictions for London, the southeast and east of England, amid a surge of COVID-19 cases and alarms about a new strain of coronavirus spreading rapidly in the region. So they're already talking about another one right when the so-called vaccine gets released. Here comes another one and another one, and it's going to be this, and it's going to be this. It's going to jump you from one fear to the next fear to the next fear to the next fear. Okay? Just like a frog, they say you boil a frog, you turn the temperature up slowly. Just like the apostles elders say. You turn it up slowly, but you increase that heat. That's how you cook it. All right? It says people who need to travel. It says under tier 4 restrictions, non-essential shops, hairdressers, and leisure entertainment venues are must close. And new stay-at-home message introduced. People who need to travel for education or childcare are exempt, and exercise is unlimited. Where people cannot work from home, it says where people cannot work from home, they will still be able to travel to work. Under the measure, households are not allowed to mix, but one person is allowed to meet with one other person outside in public space. So you can only have one-on-one contact, pretty much. So you see how they're gradually making you groups illegal, man. See that? It says support bubbles and those meeting for childcare are exempt. Those who are deemed clinically extremely vulnerable should not go to work and should limit time outside of their homes. Tier 4 restrict residents must not stay overnight anywhere. So you can't have no sleepovers. This is what got me about this article, that you cannot even sleep over somebody else's house. Let that sink in, man. So that's a curfew. You gotta be in your house. You can go out and do things, but you better be back in your house, man. So there's gonna be a time where these things will be enforced in a way where they're gonna know who's not in their house. Where you at, Johnny? You're not at home. Where you at? See, that's why this is setting the infrastructure for that mark. That mark is gonna be able to monitor people. It's gonna be able to see who's where, who's hot, who's not, who's sick. It's all leading to that. That's why, hey, the man's about to eat. Let him eat. The man has a short time. Eat. This is your plate, man. This is your blessing. Please get it in. Please, man, do your thing, man. This is your heaven. By all means, man, get it in, man. You know, it's time for you to shine. You know, whatever sick world you want, that's what you got to go get, man. You know. But what do we do? We're supposed to rightly divide the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why we're giving people the truth. We're not holding nothing back. We're telling them of it, so they can't say they was not warned, man. That's what we're here to do. We're here to give them the truth. We're not telling them to take the Maxine. We're not telling them that you can do what you want. No, man. The days of that is over. We have to get under the banner of the Lord, because He's the only refuge for us in this time. Like it says in Psalms that He's gonna hide us in His pavilion, man. You know. So let me get that real quick. Let me pull it up on here. Let me get the blue letter. So that's getting ready to come right over here to the States. Hey, lockdown is cool, man. Hey, more time that you study, go into certain things, and work on your spiritual self, man. The world was nothing but doing what? Club hopping and doing all types of madness. That's what the world was on, kicking it. When they were supposed to see the severity of what was happening around them. At the end of the day, it's the Lord that's ordaining this lockdown, man. You know, letting people do their little stuff and then going right back to lockdown. Because the world is wicked, man. Now you don't get to enjoy the world you've been polluting and destroying and not caring about. Now you get to sit in your house and stew in the wickedness, man. This is Psalms 27 and 5, even churches. So they can't even go and praise their God in their church. So people are losing it, man. That's why your church is where two or more are gathered in my name, man. He's in us. But they've been talking about this building the building, so now people feel like they can't even be around their God, man. All right, this is Psalms 27 and verse 5. Let's start at 4. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord. And that's what's the house of the Lord now? Is this truth? And we're going to dwell in the house of the Lord, which we're going to be in the land of Israel. And the Lord is going to dwell within us, man. We're going to be made perfect, and the Lord is going to dwell within us and be in us and be around us and dwell in we're going to be in unity, man. That's unspeakable. We can't even fathom that because we haven't had that. This is something new. This is going to be a new way that the Lord is going to dwell with his people. We've always had the temple. We've always had the Ark of the Covenant. He dealt with the prophets. He's always had a partition between us and him. You know, we've always had that something between us. But their Lord, the Father says, there's not going to be nothing that can separate us. And that's as a nation. That's why it says no man shall teach each other. I'm gonna get that too. That might be the spirit we're going in. Those are some things to hit, man. You know. Hold on. Let me get this. Let me finish this. It says, one thing have I desired of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord. That's why you got to look at the beautiness, man. Our power is so beautiful. You can't fathom it. We had to fall to realize how beautiful our power is, man. Our power is nothing that you can't put it in words, man. But when you're a servant, you just serve, you know. You just serve your master. You just don't know anything else but to serve him. You know, you don't necessarily know your master when you serve him, but once you don't have a good master and you have a horrible master over you, just like Esau and these other nations and in this flesh, you see that our Father was very good to us, man. Made us perfect. We never sinned. We knew of being pure righteousness. You know, the only thing we knew was being right. But now, when we tasted of this bitter, man, it's whoa. We don't want it, man. Just like a fire. When a baby learns fire is hot, it has to feel that fire. It has to touch it. The nerves have to go off. That burn has to happen. Once that burn happens, that's a lesson learned, man. Then you ain't gonna get burned again if you use your wisdom, man. You know, but that's what I feel. You know, that's just in the spirit, man. You know, we feeling the burn and we don't want to feel it no more. We don't at all. We want righteousness, Lord. Make us whole. we don't want that. We don't want this flesh, man. We don't want sin to dwell, man. The word there is na'am. Let's let E get it in.
Strong's H 5278. No am.
No am.
No am.
It says kindness. See? The kindness of our Father, man. He's kinder than Esau. He's allowing we want the world so much. This is the king of it. This is the king because the spiritual demon Satan is leading this man to do the things he's doing. Ultimately, the Lord is forcing this man to do what he's doing, but it's to show us a lesson, man. Just like in a scrimmage. When you play a scrimmage, you got what? You got the same team, but they're on opposite sides. They're playing for the same team, but they're going against each other just like if it was a real game, man. Okay? It says kindness, pleasantness, delightfulness, beauty, favor. So our Father's going to show us favor, man. That's what David was saying. Let me dwell in the Lord's favor, man. Let him. That's why it also says to have the blessings of David, you know. And the elders go into that all the time, man. To have the blessings of David, because to have that type of blessing, because David was blessed, man. Even in his fall, he was still blessed. He had to catch hell, but the Lord had mercy, man. The Lord had mercy. That's how we hope that we're of the house of David also, so we can receive that same blessing, that same. Even though we fall, that the Lord will still have mercy on us and bring us again, man. That's what you're seeing now. That's why all the brothers in camps are standing around and being able to stand on these highways. And that's what we hope for, because the Lord is going to make us just like the house of David. That's what's being rose up. This is the book of let me get this. Let me go back here. There's some more meat on this. So we hope for that kindness, man. You know. So it says to behold the favor of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. And what's that? This truth. It says, for in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. So we being hid, man. These are troubling times out here. These are some of the most troubling times that's been. They said this is like in the Great Depression. You got all types of violence, all types of turmoil in the world. You got all types of Antifa. You got all types of racist groups. All these things that are happening around us, man. The word there, pavilion, is ka'ah.
Strong's H5520. So.
Thick, layer, cover, booth. See, a booth, a tent, thicket, lair. Just like a lion has a lair. That's what the Lord is going to hide us in. He's going to hide us in his lair, man. Because his Lord, it says in Apocrypha, it says the lion has come up from his thicket. See? That's a link, man. It says the lion has come up from his thicket. I think that's 2 Ezra 11. Hold on. Let's look at what the word thicket means. I didn't want this lesson to go long, but hey. Well, the word there for lair, it means what? A place where a wild animal, especially a fierce or dangerous one, lives. And you dealing with the most dangerous of all, the Lord, the Son of the Lord, man. The destroyer, it says what? He's the destroyer of the Gentiles, man. He's the dangerous one. That's where he's gonna come down. He's the same one that flew over Egypt and visited those Hamites, man. He visited them Hamites for touching us. And then that's what you're going to see again. He's going to come back and he's going to do his thing. It says Jeremiah 4:7. It says what? And this took place as the lion has come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles on his way. He's gone forth from his place to make the land desolate, and thy city shall be laid waste without a habitation. So just like he was the lion back then, he's the lion today. So he's going to hide us in his lair. That's where lion, he has a lair. So that's how that you can tie that being Yahushua doing his thing when he comes back, man. Beautiful. Read it again. It says, for the time of trouble it says, for in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his lair. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. So the Lord deals with secrecy, man. So just like we've been given this truth, the Lord deals in secrecy. Just like this truth was secret. Just like our identity was made secret. Just like a good superhero, you got to have a good identity. Our identity was being the shittiest people on the earth. The Lord hid us, man. That's the best way to hide us, man. Put us in the shittiest thing. Nobody wants to touch shit. So hide your children, just like if you're a super rich man, or you got a king, or you have a prince, right? In those stories, you have a prince, and the prince has or a king. He has foes, or he knows he has enemies, and they try to, get at him by getting at his son. You gotta hide your son. So you hide it. They always hide him in the low places. They're either doing like a damn near homeless, or in a broken area of the area or the villages or certain places like that. I hope you brothers can understand. Like hiding your son in a low place where where the last place you would think to look. That's the same thing the Lord did us, man. He put his sons, all right, Yasharallah, Israelites, he put them at the lowest level on the earth. So people just think, those Negroes aren't nobody. That's why it says in the Apocrypha. Hopefully I can go into that lesson another time and, just dive into that type of spirit, man. The Lord hid us, So, this is a quick lesson. Like I said, I'll jump into another. Hopefully we can jump into more, but the Lord's going to hide us in this time of trouble, man. That's why you see people that's losing it. They're searching where they can go, but hey, This truth is the place to hide, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akarkadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Bashem Akarkadash. Till the next time, Shalom, Akim, keep faith, keep fighting.